I want to go home.
Yes.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I'll do it. Did you make any traps? Thank you. Did you make any traps? Oh, what a... Thank you.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? There should be enough around to make... Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I've got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhod are all turning into demons.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. Forest failed to protect us. Our gods deserted us. There's no protection here either.
People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Man stole from...
Shokke bas. Marade starit. Merade twasit. Abana Q. You. I have nothing to say that would amuse you. I'm in a cage.
The revered...
I am Sten of the Beresar. I suggest you leave me to my fate. No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill, though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the...
Yes. Of course.
You should run while you can.
Very well.
I will not falter! Now you see true power!
Let's end this.
You want to die, don't you?
It will be done.
Next.
Very well.
You will learn to fear
Of
me!
course. Very well.
On my way.
It will be done.
Let us end this! You cannot win!
Make a preserver.
I am your death!
You forced
course.
our hand.
As you say.
Is that all my blood?
I will not falter!
Of course.
Die quickly!
Be careful!
As you say. Of course. It will be done.
Blast!
Yes. It will be done. Of course.
Let's have at it!
Let us end this quickly! As you say.
Now we get our hands
course.
dirty.
Now you go!
I'll try to be merciful.
It will be done.
Tear them apart!
Now you die!
Tis a good day.
I'm not
Yes,
giving up.
it will be done. Very well.
All right, battle it is then.
Very well. It will be done. There is no hope for you now! Yes.
Tis your time to die!
Flee while you can!
What is it?
We done heard what we...
More foes approach!
Yes. This will not end well.
I suppose violence is the solution.
You will learn to fear me!
This will not end well.
I am done with that
It
one.
will be done.
I shall.
I'd wager all these elves are...
Yes.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Splendid! 'Cause I still don't have food to sell.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Just keep your head down, that's what. And your wits about you.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask,
Blessed are the...
Good day. Is there something I can do for you, then? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. That seems highly unlikely. Do you have any sort of papers to corroborate a Grey Warden? Oh dear, I will have to ask you to leave before you bring trouble on our heads. To defend against the Blight? Perhaps that is a form of atonement. But are you certain you can control him? No, I cannot. There will be too much trouble for us if we are seen cooperating with you. The Maker... Yes? What can I do for you now? Again, we have already discussed this and I told...
now we threaten
Whoa, whoa! Let's...
What is the meaning of this?
Your Reverence, please! We are...
I see.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. Set me free and I will follow. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
It will be done. It will be done. As you say.
I never liked this part.
Another corpse in the pile.
Surely you can do far better than that!
Is your time to die?
Defend yourself!
Now you see true power!
Dangerous wildlife. Yes. It will be done.
You forced our hand!
As you say.
Begin the onslaught!
Let's go!
Of course.
Don't suppose you're looking... All right. Just don't buy everything up. Don't suppose you're looking to buy something. All right. Don't suppose you're...
Let...
Someone
Yes.
help us!
Here comes trouble! Let us end this!
Oh no!
Let's end this!
You will not win! You will pay for that!
It will be done.
You have forced my hand!
I need healing soon!
Turn and run!
I need healing soon!
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use... Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out?
Yes.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, the archdemon, it take... Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should...
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? But poor Duncan's. So King Arland back. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon... I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine... If there's anything I can do for you, please. Oh, nothing so unusual.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas, actually. And there you have it.
Why are we stopped? Yes. I am hardly surprised. To answer a question, the Arishok asked what is the Yes. I cannot go home. Can we move on? We keep the darkspawn waiting. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. Sitting, as you observed. Thank you. Parshera. I am impressed. My thanks.
I could get used to this, you know.
That's a wonderful thought.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Are you sure I can't interest you? Oh, nothing so unusual. If there's anything I can do for you. Something you need?
A fine gift. You have my thanks. Interesting.
That's a wonder...
If there's anything...
I await your command. So, full of questions. I was not born such. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe... Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to... The form of an animal is different from my own. One... I gain nothing by studying enough. Indeed, you could learn the spell. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, there are those who look on the word apostate as meaning free. Indeed. Have you an... Oh! I await your command. At time, a world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. Don't be I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had to teach me a lesson. Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken. And a foolish one. Without those lessons I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. Do I not? I await your command. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I am... Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. Are we? Then why do you... I await your command. So, when a child is alone and separate... Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to... I gain nothing by study. Indeed, you could learn this. But my life is as a human. As to what they think. The zealots of the chantry... There are those. Indeed. Have you... I await your... So, full of questions. Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not. I was told to accompany you. I await your command. So, full of questions. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you. Beg pardon then, while I... In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond. I was unfamiliar with so much. Equal... He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon... Who cares? Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled. Do not speak to me of triviality. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore... Yep. "'Tis cold in my tent, all alone." Why, it just so happens that I find you quite warm. So you shall come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little... Good. I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance. The unanswered... I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a dark... That is entirely up. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then... And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? Then so... Come then, let us be off before... I have something for you. "'Tis a ring. Now before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead." "'Tis not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly." "You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday." We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in... Oh, it's humour you desire, hmm? I didn't realize comedy had... How... So, full of questions, are you? Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of many centuries. Before this land was... Lord Conobar approached young Osen. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and the legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter, Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later, but on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky. You ask if I have sisters. The Flemeth refuses to speak. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. I see. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it... So, full of questions, are you? You are very cute to ask so many questions. Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. They came with as much swag. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait, a little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. Me? I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. Perhaps they did. Still, I do not begrudge them doing what they believe is... It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit. No? I am not surprised. Enough of this talk. So, possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not. So, full of You are very cute, too. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as... Sometimes I did not understand the danger we faced. I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not... If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree? An interesting answer. Enough...
Did you always live in an alienage? In Orlais, a well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend.
Something on your mind? Of course. The other main purpose, and since the Chantry, thankfully... Something on your mind? Of course. Something on your mind? Of course. Such as they are. If we go north, so unless we try to get back to... We could try to contact them. Unless we can find out more about the joining. Eventually, other great... Something on your mind? Of course. Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from... He was good to me. And he didn't have to be. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery. I suppose. Stupid, stupid thing to do. Yes, I'm quite sure.
Something I can help with? What is meant by someone like me? The Chantry provides succor.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Mic off. Mic feedback off. Battery low. Charging battery.
We're coming here to see the Mages, right? Oh, great. They just love me.
Very well.
I represent a collective next to me. Good to see you again.